What is good? What is poppin', everybody? My name is Uncle C.
My name is No Sean.
And I'm Uncle Dahn.
And welcome to the first ever Bad Habits episode in person. This is episode 92. It took 92 fucking episodes, boys.
Mm-hmm.
What a
Till
feat.
we could sit together.
What a feat.
And here we are. It's kind of it's weird, eh?
You know
in
why?
a cool way, but
There's no fucking internet latency, and
Yeah.
I can hear
Yeah.
you real time.
Yeah.
Instead of having to sometimes I'll miss your sentences or I'll miss a bit of the question, or there's just some internet interruption. And no latency is good in my life. Engineers and producers know about latency and fucking mixing and shit. Pain in the ass. Pain in the fucking ass.
in the dildo.
Real time. That's all we need.
This is cool. I like it. I like it better already.
This is the first time we've actually met Notion.
Yeah, I've never met him before. Yeah, it's really nice. Good to meet you, dude.
It's amazing.
Did I keep up with the?
No, you definitely lived up to all the expectations that I had. I'd heard a lot about you. I hope you heard about me in the womb, because I know we shared a womb at that, the same one. So,
How about this person that was just here before me? I'm like, who's this guy?
here's his fucking bloke.
Makes
He's
I
out
figure
here.
it out, like.
Oh, yeah.
I
This is him.
understand.
This is weird.
This is
Love
it. I like it. It's kind of fun. I guess it would be a little smoother and shit, because we're so used to the virtual thing. Even for our other podcasts, everything's virtual. We haven't done anything in person for a while.
Yeah, true.
So there's that element, like you said, the latency, but just I feel like, we'll see how she goes. It's good.
Have a gigs.
So we're here in Toronto for people who might not realize we're in a different spot, I guess, at Notion's crib here. So it's, having a little coffee Saturday afternoon, so we're doing it a bit earlier.
Looking at Pointy, so
Looking at the old,
It's not bad.
where is he? Oh, there he is.
On the train,
That's
mate.
fucking beat, man.
she's right
You
there.
know? Loving it. So, so we're out here for like a week. Dad and Tiff and myself came through. It's just nice to be in town for Easter. Not that we specifically celebrate Easter, but Dan's auntie, my mother-in-law does.
family
Family
affair.
thing.
Family fair,
Man's like a bit of Eastern if it's any excuse to hang out.
Exactly. We're also going to celebrate your birthday in person.
Oh yeah,
As well.
Yeah, I
Yes.
forgot that's what it was.
Because,
for.
happy
Yeah.
birthday and shit,
Happy
you can't. So,
birthday.
yeah, we're definitely going to celebrate that first and foremost, and then, together time is just, it's always dope. So,
Yeah, man. And today is actually the
Double
first time. Exactly. I totally forgot that's what it was. But we're going to go out. You go to work, but we're going to all meet and we're going to actually hit a few breweries and bars and shit
Going to
tonight.
fucking get a couple down the neck, mate.
Can't wait.
It's going to be sweet.
Honestly, because Dan hasn't been out in Toronto. I don't think ever, at all.
No,
Period.
like, small,
You're in
but
for
not
a
like
treat,
not
buddy.
like this.
It's not like proper, right?
No.
And I haven't been out in Toronto in over 2 years for sure. So meeting up with a couple homies tonight. So it's great. I'm really happy to be here, and I
Pretty
feel like
keen.
we'll try and do this as often as we can if we're all in town and stuff. I feel like if we could try, and I think we've tried in the past but it didn't work out for whatever reason. But fuck it,
Fuck it.
we out here. It's
Cheers
great.
to that, buddy.
Okay. So we got a bunch of shit. Was there any other stuff we want to yap on about before we get into the business? I was trying to think. I don't know if I have any Yeezy news. Oh, I got the Yeezy bag thing. So I got this big ass bag from Crepe. So that's the material that no material. But yeah.
What
it's
kind of
great.
bag is it? Like a duffel bag? Or
So-
like a backpack? What are we talking here?
Duffel bags-esque with the big strap where you put it over your shoulder. So it's kind of this wide. It's like a rectangle,
Like a roll bag, kind of like my Herschel joint.
like the Herschel joints, but squared. Everything's squared.
Love it.
So you
Sounds
put
tight.
and you got the little what do you call them? Yeah, you can pull it up even.
Give
Show it.
us a gauge, mate.
And it's got you put the little dividers in, so it fits 4 pairs of shoes. So I put 1 pair in, and I'll put the little thing down. Then you put the second pair in, so you can.
Scene. Dope.
That
Legit.
one. Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
So you put all the stuff in. You got little zips at the top, so you can put the cleaning
Holy
solution and
shit.
stuff. Fit 4. Now, what I didn't realize is that big feet ass motherfuckers like
Yeah.
us,
Yeah.
they go right to the top. I can imagine, and they're sort of.
So you can't
It's
have
a little
like
squishy.
Shaq size 20s to.
No.
You probably could fit 1 pair
You could fit
sideways. You take
one-
the feet
One
out.
pair sideways, yeah, literally.
Kind of redundant.
Okay.
But it's you put them in
It's like the
there's
hat
actual-
bag, but really, really supportive.
It's really good quality. It's really nice.
Fancy mans.
Really happy with it.
Okay.
So I've been able to, bring. So I got 1 pair of Yeezys I'm busting out now. I'm gonna take them home,
Okay.
clean them up. I'm gonna bust a whole.
Should flash a photo up on the screen for the kids when this comes up in post, maybe.
Yeah, we
Can we
could
do that?
pretend. We should be doing. What we actually should have is OBS or something
Right.
like that, and then say Dan would
Screen
just control
snap,
it, and
motherfucker.
and we would screen share and whatever Dan's pulling up, it needs to come up on.
And
the
they can
screen.
see all those dirty porn tabs in the top.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Yeah, we could talk
Just
about
be
that.
like
That's a
anal
good topic.
midgets. And,
Yeah, we should
Yeah.
talk about that actually, yeah.
All the naughty stuff.
Love it.
Good shit.
Beautiful. So that was the Yeezy updates there.
Nice.
I don't think there was anything else sort of crazy.
Nothing's really happened. No.
No, it's been a pretty chill. I guess we only re-recorded on Monday, and this is Saturday, so it hasn't even really been that much time.
Yeah, you're
So I
right.
don't think anything really crazy has gone down in our own world that we usually would yap about in the beginning. So
That's fine.
it was interesting. Okay, so you saw the car. We have a rental and come down here. So this time we got a fucking bright red, which I don't like bright.
Ferrari red.
Ferrari red Jeep
red
Wrangler. I was obsessed with Jeep
With the
Wranglers.
Targa roof. The full,
Yes,
the hard roof.
the hard top roof.
Yeah.
So I've driven them before, and they've been okay. This one now is at least it's got the leather seats, and it's got the big screen and all of this shit. It's got all the things.
All the fancy things.
Didn't always have it though.
Mm.
Didn't always. And I was
Is it comfy?
upset.
Is it comfy?
That was kind of where I was
See?
getting to. It's okay, man. The whole thing is like the equipment's cool. It's like I swear I want one of those decibel meters.
Yeah.
When you're
I
driving
have
on the
an app for it
freeway.
on my phone.
You get all this and that.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure
fuck, it's a
is.
great idea.
It's called Decibel Reader.
All right. Well,
Dead ass.
let's try that on the
I use
freeway.
it all the
We
time.
should.
It's really
We
good.
should.
Okay.
It sounds like you're
Because it's like you
outside.
have to yell at each other. It feels
Yeah.
like you're in a. It reminds me of being in a club.
Yeah.
Like
So it's like loud road noise, or like a club.
is it like that's
it's
how
loud.
loud you got to speak? Yeah, man. So what's going on? And you're like, huh,
Oh,
huh?
no.
And
I
particularly
can't
down to the
hear
back.
anything.
So there's lots of vibration. There's no dampening or whatever in the car.
And I think it's because of the roof you were talking
Got
about. 'cause
nubby tires too.
yeah, the big ass like off-road tires.
The
It's like a real
suspension
off-road
is
car.
It's a bit mad. Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
stiff?
It's a bit
Yeah.
stiff.
Really get into that.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Yeah, Tish back was sore, yours was sore too. Mine wasn't so bad, just from doing
It's
it.
just everything in the car is like hard.
Are you hitting the roof with your hair
No,
or your head?
no, everything.
You're good?
It's very spacious,
It's
surprisingly.
spacious, it's fine. But
It's
then
just
if you
simple.
touch something, it's fucking hard. Everything's hard in the car. It's
Like the back of her seat, Tiffy sitting behind
Yeah.
Tiff in the
the
car.
back of the seat has like,
It's like-
I don't even know what.
It's like
how
there's
to
no,
describe
no
it.
cushioning.
Yeah, there's no cushioning.
So like,
If I hit
you
my
probably
knee
move your
even a
knee
little
up,
bit,
you're like,
oh my
Oh,
god.
it's like go to the table.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's
basically.
just constant.
Christ. All right.
and even just like before I closed the car,
So
and I
lost
must
as
have
I rode in
knocked.
a Jeep. This is hilarious.
It's the first
Yeah.
time I've been in a Jeep Wrangler.
Wow.
First time.
So when I got it, I always ask them because I hate getting cars that don't have Apple CarPlay because obviously on an iPhone you plug that shit in. If you don't have that navigation thing,
First
it's
world
like
problems, eh?
big
It
first.
does
world.
definitely sucks though because it's all about the connectivity and the ease of the
Yeah.
thing. So I
And
feel
you just run it all through there. I've got all my shit, so you just put the addresses in, boom, boom. But this one did have it because they give us like Civics sometimes. Always Honda Civics. They always get the fucking lowest end ones, and there's one model of Civics that doesn't have CarPlay. So I've had that before, and it's the worst. So
trash.
at least they had that, but you forget, and it's the nice version of a Wrangler. So I think they just look cool from the outside.
Right.
I don't think, and they got plenty like the space.
They definitely have the image of like going to the beach with your friends and having their fun shit. Like
If it was in San Diego,
I
you
mean, in
do.
Zoolander, that's a
Yeah.
fucking
I
funny
think
scene.
it's good
Yes.
for specific things. You don't need a Jeep Wrangler if you live in the city.
It seems pretty
I
redundant.
think it's
And
redundant.
then the gas, it was like from
Oh,
filling up
God.
from about a quarter, it was about $108 on the way
Fucking hell,
here.
cunt.
And so far, the amount we spend in
Stacks.
gas in 2 days was what we spend in being here a full week.
Mm.
So it definitely has. I know that's part of the deal of doing this shit,
Mhm.
but it's
Yeah.
just kind of funny to see the difference.
It's definitely not a city
Jesus.
slicker of a vehicle.
Well, it's not even that. It's not even that bad. I bet if we had a Corolla or a Civic, it would still not be that much. Like it'd be $70 or $80 probably.
Mm.
Because normally those shits are like 40, 50 to fill up. And from what I understand, that's where it's kind of at now. So it's a bit annoying. Let's making sure this shit's working.
That's some bullshit, son.
Yeah, pretty whack. But that's all I can think of beforehand. Otherwise, just Matt's happy to be here.
Yes.
Fuck yeah,
So
dude.
Jump into the topic.
should we do? Should we do the topic? Yeah, you know what, Dan? Because you got my computer to the side,
Yeah.
so I don't want to keep looking away at it. So you can run the show.
All good.
Run
all good,
that.
all good.
Dan is running the
I am in
show.
charge, basically. Here we go.
Woo! All right.
Here we go. So the first one we've got here. I didn't put this. Best emoji and why.
Oh yeah, I chucked this one in.
Interesting.
Okay. Do you want to do that at the end with the questions, or do you want to do that early on? Oh, I know why we talked about this. We can talk about it now. Who gives a fuck?
Okay.
So with the latest iOS update,
There's a bunch.
once again,
I have like a top 10. I swear. I'll just have to open it
I'm
and
just
see.
looking at my frequently used ones.
well, the reason we got talking about it was because of the pregnant man one,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and like that's an interesting
That's
topic.
hilarious.
It's like pretty fucking funny. To be honest, I've seen a lot of people make fun of it, and I don't really understand where the conversation was even
Going
just
where it
where
started from.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
where is it? Because everyone like talks about like this and the woke crowd, which is fine because they're pretty ridiculous to be honest. Like I feel like if you really look at the things that people expect, they're really dividing society in a pretty crazy way. So I'm pretty down with everything. Obviously, equality and all that. 100% on board with all that shit. I don't really understand where the pregnant men thing fits. I imagine it's to do with trans individuals. So, like, if you're a trans man and you were born a biological woman, you didn't have the surgery, technically you would identify as a man and you could get pregnant. That's my guess of what it is.
Yeah.
Have you all heard?
No, but
that
that's
makes sense.
Logically, I get that.
Story. There's just like, I don't know. I did not expect to see that. And like, when you sent it through, I was like, what the fuck? Because, you know, I know they're updated. There's a bunch of funny ones that I enjoy. There's a bunch of necessary ones that added and stuff like that.
Okay, let's check out
There's been some
most used.
improvements. But that one was like, fucking hell, mate. Like,
It was
made
a little
me laugh
wild.
so fucking much. So, so when we're talking about our top 10, are we talking about like the most ludicrous ones or just like weird ones, like all of it?
The ones I use mainly are just if I'm really trolling. Like, I'm not like serious. The only one that I actually use is the laughing. That's the only one I actually use, like, if I'm actually...
Yeah, the laughing one's proper.
That's what I use. But then every other one...
The sideways laughing is always a
Yeah, the sideways laughing.
Just to switch it up.
Yeah.
But every other my frequently used one, it's just when I'm trolling. I'm never going to use this face, usually. Or,
okay, right.
What face? Describe it for
The smirk.
The smirk. Or the,
I love the smoke.
I
I bought the building one.
It's like a scoff.
This
Scoff
one,
and a
the
smug.
fucking... It looks like you're in pain from laughing or something. That one is just so funny as well. But I like the new ones that they added, the covering eyes and the fucking...
Covering that one?
Yeah, covering the eyes and the...
Oh, the
Even
little
the-
yellow man
The
covering
smiley
eyes.
face, which is all just dots.
Yeah,
That's
I like the half
Smiley face
salute
with
as
dots?
well.
The salute's hard. Even the
Yeah.
melty
Oh, there's a
face.
melty one.
Yeah.
Melty face is
Oh,
sick.
fuck. And I didn't notice any of these.
Yeah.
The new one is
They're great.
gangster. Oh,
They're
that's cool.
Yeah, there's a bunch. And
And there's like
even
another sideways, that looks like Terrence and Phillip.
Team. Terrence and Phillip, yeah.
Like a
Very
Terrence and
Canadian
Phillip style
face.
one.
Oh, and there's the other,
Which
another,
one?
about to cry.
Oh, about to, like, the puppy dog eye.
Welling up.
Yeah.
Those ones are cute. Obviously I use the goat one a lot.
Yeah.
You know, when we're talking about goats.
Talking about rappers and also, man.
I like the wave, like the surf,
The tsunami, the Japanese.
Nice.
No, exactly, like a Japanese tattoo type of wave,
Yeah.
like just meaning it's wavy or like drippy or something. Oh, I use the drip one a lot because obviously,
Of
No,
course.
yeah, just,
Yeah, drip
she
card
used
changed
the
the
faucet
vibes.
one, I reckon.
all the
Yeah.
faucet and then that and then the wave. For the
One of my funniest ones, I love Black Santa. That's
Black
the
Santa.
hilarious one because like you can change
yeah, you
sense
can
to
do
anything
it.
and just like
That is genius.
that's you know during Christmas time you say Merry Christmas to cunts and you send to Black Santa and they're like what the fuck I'm like yo
Yeah,
and then sometimes everyone's just like what
Tired of
dying
White Santa.
laughing
Fuck
yeah
that
fuck
guy.
White Santa so it was just funny that they had Black Santa. I think it's amazing. So whenever I send Merry Christmas I'm like ho 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 children.
Oh yeah,
It's kind of like that but also minus the Scientology.
minus Scientology, crazy.
Yeah, from Chef being crazy cunt. But yeah,
Shout.
Black Santa's a good one. It's very funny and useful
Yeah.
around the holiday season.
I like it. The poo one obviously is great.
Poo one,
Poo
huge,
one's great.
huge.
Poo is good.
I love the energy dots, energy ones.
which is the light, the sparkly one.
Yeah,
yeah, I
like
use
in
that
the
a lot.
weather section.
Like talk about manifesting and stuff. It's
Exactly,
pretty
exactly,
good.
exactly.
Oh, look, it looks like they got more. They got a lungs and a heart one now. Fuck.
Your lungs and heart.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, I didn't even bother
What
looking
else
at
is
what
funny? I'm trying to think.
They got
of
the rangers. They
funny
got the
ones.
gingers up.
I
there.
really like the clown. The clown one is great.
Oh, that's when you're
The
like,
clown face if you're mocking someone if they have like
Yeah.
a really bad opinion.
Yeah.
Just use the clown.
I like like clown world. It's become a big one when we're talking about how ridiculous shit is right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's a pregnant man.
Nice.
I guess they got a woman, a man, and a non-binary person. I guess is all the
Yeah.
different things. So okay,
They've added a few more flags as well.
yeah. Which flags? Thanks for flags.
Fucking, don't know.
Oh, the different countries. They should have
Yeah,
all the countries.
I think they finally got it all in there. So
I don't know. I would have thought they would have had some, but okay, sweet. Yeah, so that's a good question. Just the new ones are pretty funny. I like
Good times.
The phones. So yeah, I'd like to hear what y'all let us know what your favorite emoji is by just dropping
comment
it
with them.
in the comment, but
Yeah.
don't say anything, no context.
Whether
Just
it's
drop
fucking
emoji.
eggplant or the, you know what I'm saying?
Everyone loves a bit of eggplant.
I mean, everyone loves that. That's like
Send some
classic.
eggplant
Yeah.
to the Manda, you know.
Goodness me.
Woo! Woo.
Even
Yeah.
the mouth that's next to it with the. That's a funny one.
Oh, yeah,
Just
you do
drop
that.
the combo. That's a good
And
combo.
then
That's
the
a funny
splash.
combo. Because they're funny, not exactly funny by himself, but when you can make like a little picture out of it. And sometimes if you send like 3 messages at once, you do like a top hat, the eyes, and like you can make little
you
funny
little
faces
face.
and shit.
I like that.
Cunts can get pretty creative.
I like
If you
that.
read it that topic, you'll find some funny ones. A whole bunch of dicks, I'm sure.
Yeah, tons of dicks.
And we're all here for that, aren't we?
Dick gang pause.
Here we go.
All right, on to the next
Well,
one.
that's the episode,
On
man.
to that
Dick
note.
Let me just jot that down. Dick gang.
Elon Musk buying Twitter.
Yes.
Aussie.
So what had happened in my understanding of it, what had happened was he bought like 9 point something percent and he didn't let people know. And I don't know people if that was existing shareholders or something, because it can affect he became the largest shareholder of Twitter, and now he apparently wants to buy the whole company. And I read that he's doing a hostile takeover, which is like fucking crazy shit. I've read books about it and seen TV shows about you can actually, the way corporations work and shareholder agreements and all that type of stuff, there's ways to like bully your way in and just kind of like push everyone out and take the company, buy it, not steal it.
Yeah, of course, but like
forcefully
muscle you out.
And they're trying to give him, I read they're trying to give him a poison pill. So I think what he's wanting to do, from what I understand, is he's tired of the suppression and taking away the free speech. And we try not to talk politics here because it's probably smarter not to. One thing though that like I was never a fan of Trump, obviously, but when they took him off Twitter, I was like, oh, it's a bad fucking move, man. I was like, that is not going to help anybody, because as soon as you ban one person, then it gives the tech,
the people guys to ban the rest for no fucking
anything
reason
that they decide is not okay.
That's right.
And then all of a sudden, no one can say anything and would become China, which none of us subscribe to. When I say China, the social credit system where you can't say anything, they can't have access to Google, Facebook, Twitter, any of that stuff. Like, that's why they have their own shit. Like, nobody but seemingly Trudeau, who openly admitted that he fucks with China like that. So that's where it becomes problematic. So to me, without reading too much more into it, I think it's pretty dope that Elon wants to do that, to bring back a semblance of free speech again, I guess. I don't know, did you guys hear anything else? I mean, I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. But
I haven't heard much. I just heard that there's going to be a hostile takeover as well, if he's going to buy it anyway. But yeah, it should be interesting. Very interesting.
I mean, good on him for doing such a ballsy thing, but fucking hell.
That's pretty hectic.
That's wild.
Yeah, man. So I guess it'll be like, oh, you're enjoying this. Like, you should just see it on the screen. We're like, oh, let me play this. Maybe we'll get contact eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm the
Do
star.
you ever smoke weed?
Me?
Yeah.
I have before, yeah.
Obviously.
But no, I don't actively. No, I don't really enjoy it.
I'm the one with the filthy bad habit.
Ooh. Name it right.
I haven't smoked since October 2009, so it used to just make me sick. Inhaling burning plant matter.
It's not
just
for
makes
you,
me
man.
sick. Pissed me off.
Fortunately.
And I remember, I'll never forget, there was 9 months from when I quit to when it was October 2009 and then June 2010, right before we left, the young man to my right here brought me weed cookies from his boy.
R.I.P. Timmy.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Shouts to Timmy. And we didn't discuss portion control. I ate the whole fucking thing. And then I
don't think we did. No. I think I said take it easy, but that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I made the rookie mistake, and
everyone does it.
But just blew my mind. That it was like, hang on, I've got the same feeling, and I'm like, I remember just smelling my hands because I never liked the smoking part of it, and your hand smell like ciggies is dirty and shit. Because I used to smoke ciggies too back in the day, so like that blew my mind. But yeah, like I can't smoke weed at all. I wouldn't mind. I like the one thing I do miss is the instantaneousness of it. Like I gotta plan my high, or at least know like an hour.
It'll take up to 2 hours to kick in sometimes. Depends on the vibes.
Yeah.
You know.
Depends where I'm at. What did I just eat?
That's it.
Like I use the oils mostly, and just put it under your tongue for like a minute or two.
Yeah.
And usually
probably the best way to do it.
Yeah, that's what I've sort of found. And if you do it sort of before you eat and then you go, yeah, exactly the same type of shit.
This joint.
What's the
27.5 milligrams
of THC?
Yep.
And no CBD?
1 milligram.
Okay.
Soft things.
Yeah.
Soft.
But shouts to Get High and shouts to
Elon.
So we'll see what happens with, speaking of Getting High, Elon been about that. So we'll see what happens with that anyway, because I'm sure they'll
something will happen.
Something will happen. They'll talk more about it. Why does this look totally different? Maybe just because the recording thing has the.
Yeah, it looks good.
Because you got a different screen for y'all today.
It looks fine.
No, it just looks because I'm used to it being darker red, I guess, because I took the top thing down so you could see our faces and blocked us off. That wasn't a poo smell. I shifted in the seat.
Yeah, sure.
So,
sure.
If I'm going to poo smell, I'm going to stand up and do it right.
Right, yeah. That makes sense.
Good.
That makes sense.
What's next, Daniel?
Last night we watched a documentary about Russell Simmons.
Yes.
Yes, it was a bit fucked, basically.
He's a bad boy.
He's a very
bad
person.
Me too. He's a piece of shit.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
I think my homie Rhino told me that because you mentioned we're talking about, touched on that, and he mentioned it. I was like, what the fuck? Great, continue. Sorry, I didn't know.
Yeah,
you talking about first. It was crazy.
Like, he I don't know how did it even start? Like,
he would be like always talk about like
philanthropy and being a nice person. Never actually.
Because he's a legend, right? Like the shit that he did was pretty crazy, and who he brought in the game and what he created. So he had a thing for like models and stuff, and he'd always be bringing chicks around and whatever. But then he had this one lady. So the doco was most about this lady, Drew Dixon, and she was brought in. She did this chick. Remember the show, the show soundtrack?
Yes.
So she put that together.
Right.
Then afterwards, this is what blew my mind, and this is a woman who he actually raped first. Well, they sort of set it off. She heard Method Man was doing to Cal. She heard him say on an interlude, like, "Shorty, I'm there for you every time you need me, for real, Gus, me, you won't believe me." And she was like, "That should be a song." She was like, "I think we should get Mary," and then she called Puff, and got Mary, and then they produced it, and she put together All I Need, which was one of the greatest sort of things. So she put this in. This woman like had a real like ear for stuff. Mm-hmm. There was a few other things she did. She did some shit with Lauryn Hill, with Aretha Franklin, like really big deal.
Like, she was actually a genius.
Yeah, and then so this woman just got like completely taken away from the music industry because it didn't matter what happened, and she was ended up working with L.A. Reid, who was who didn't do anything to her, but wouldn't do anything because he kept trying to. He'd go, "When you finish studio, come to the hotel, come to this hotel, whatever." Mm-hmm. And she wouldn't do it, or she was trying originally. She knew what was going to happen if she went there. She'd already been in that situation, so it was telling her story. Then it was a bunch of other women who Russell did it too. And it was always under the guise of like, "Oh, come in, I want to show you this demo of this artist," and you're like, "Well, I'm working on an A&R. I need to hear this because if it's someone good, then we can move on it." And then he would basically just do it.
They all had the same stories. Every victim had the same stories also. It's it's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So he essentially escaped to Bali.
Yeah,
like, he just fucking left.
He's not in jail. He just lived in Bali.
Just got away with the whole thing, and he aggressively denies it.
Yeah, he denies it on Instagram, and he has his whole Instagram feeds about philanthropy, teaching people stuff in Bali and shit. It's
he does a lot of meditation.
A lot of meditation and shit. Yeah, it's insane. But
a rocker, right?
It's pretty disgusting to be honest, man.
Yeah,
like you're like when there's like there's that whole thing like believe women. Like I don't know why. People are shady, so some people might not believe. Some people. I feel like, though, there was 20 women.
Yeah.
I believe it was exactly 20. Mm-hmm. Cosby had like 60 or something.
Jesus Christ.
I've heard a podcast series about Cosby. The fact that he got out of jail is the biggest fucking scam of all time.
Jesus Christ.
So, Russell not be... I mean, come on, man. 20 women with the same story. Like, it's like Cosby having however many it was with the same story. Like, I'm like... I don't know. There's no such thing as a coincidence.
Yeah,
you don't just have that
guilty.
People. You're guilty as fuck. You did the shit, and it's a music industry known to be a boys' club, and like it's just pretty gross. It's a real shame because he's tarnished his legacy because of his dick, which I think is pathetic.
Yeah,
when people can't fucking keep the dick in their pants. I don't know. Like, I guess it's easy to say when we haven't been wealthy, famous, powerful. Yeah, so like maybe some people channel that into that type of behavior. Like, I don't know, it's pretty whack to me, to be honest. Not into it, but it was a really interesting documentary. I forgot what it was called. It went for it was like an hour and 40 minutes. It was pretty long. And Tiff's mum recorded off just whatever, off Crave or off TV or whatever, on cable. I'm pretty sure it'd be easily accessible. It was
on the record.
There you go. As opposed to off, So it was cool, It worked really well put together, and it was pretty... And the women were just so like chill about everything as well, which makes you feel sort of even worse. So we're like taking it like G's, no pun intended there. Like they shouldn't have to, It's super sad. So so fuck him, and I hope he gets what's coming to him. Usually karma works out, I believe anyway.
Exactly.
So fuck that.
So we'll focus more on music now. So there was a Drake leak on Jack Harlow's album.
Yes.
Yes, and it is absolutely fire. It's so fucking good.
Those two were nasty.
I just can't believe how good it is. Like,
he had a couple of lines that were aimed at what we thought was Push and then Kendrick. So he said something about like, do you want to get the quote? Because I don't want to fuck it up. It was actually pretty obvious when you know what Drake is known for, the subliminals and shit.
Yeah. Just cheeky like that.
It was something about like I'm sick of something about like coke lines from middlemen or something. Drug talk from middlemen. Here we go. Let's gonna say it better. And that was obviously the Pusher thing. No, that wasn't the line. All I hear is plug talk coming from middleman. All I hear is tall tales coming from little men. So I imagine that's to do with Kendrick, and then the other one's to do with fucking Homeboy Bush. So
Yeah.
it was cool. It was interesting.
Dang.
I don't know why. I guess he just still has to give him jabs. Pause.
Why not?
So
Yeah.
if you're into that, so that's gonna be interesting to see the Jack Harlow album.
It comes out May 6th.
Okay, so
I think.
soon. I don't like the Glamorous or whatever it's called. The First Class song is really like popping. I don't like it. I listened to it the other day. I love Jack, but
Yeah.
fuck man,
Yeah.
I can't stand that.
The album's
But I know what
gonna
he did. What he needed to do.
It's gonna be called "Come Home, the Kids Miss You."
Come the kids
I like
miss
that.
you. That's
That's
random. Okay.
That is super random.
That's
Fuck.
cool.
All right.
Oh, do you know what Push's album is called? It's called "It's Almost Dry." Isn't that like he's talking to the crack or the coke? Or
Of
whatever,
course,
like,
yeah.
It's just such an interesting name. Oh, and Push's album, I know when you go on there, it's got 6 tracks from Kanye and 6 from Pharrell, apparently.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So, and already, Diet Coke,
That's gonna be kind of
Slapper,
monstery.
Neck and Wrist, not so much of a
Mm.
Slapper.
Yeah.
I listened to that so many times, dying to like it. I just
Mhm.
can't,
Yeah.
man. I'm
It's-
trying too
it's
hard.
pretty
I'm like,
shit.
Yeah, I definitely have to run it back a few times to like, because you said people were going off about Jay's verse,
Yeah.
and so I listened to it, and then I run it back, like, yeah,
it's just not.
It's
It's,
not-
not
it's
the
like
one.
very mid, as you said in the
Yeah.
text there. So
Yeah.
So that one is dope.
A$AP Rocky and Rihanna fake breakup rumors. I don't know
Yeah.
how it got.
It's trash.
There was some
Weird,
random
but-
Twitter guy on
Yeah.
Twitter just started saying that
Nice.
they and he said it was with this particular chick.
designer,
and
and
then she
he
did-
named the designer as well. I
Yes,
remember seeing the
and then
tweet.
she did a whole thing of like, no, it's not
Yeah.
absolutely untrue. I don't know them. I have like enough respect for them. Like, absolutely. And why would you do this to someone during pregnancy, which is
Yeah.
like this beautiful
Exactly.
time, and now you're throwing these? I mean, I'm sure Rihanna's like, whatever, man. Like,
Yeah.
and if he's dumb enough to cheat on Rihanna, and you scored it, I mean, look, Jay did it to Beyonce, so
You
it's
never
not
really know, but like, yeah.
unplausible, but
But it's very dumb.
yeah, it's pretty
It
ridiculous.
was stupid.
It's just me. Like,
Yeah.
why would you do that? Get the
Exactly.
fuck out of here.
tabloid shit, mate. I ain't here for it.
Yeah, but it was like the thing was that one dude said it on Twitter and then everyone ran with it, and that shit is whack.
Mhm.
So that means you can't like anyone could say anything when you're at that level. It's scary.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like I would hate to be in that
I'm getting
position. where
cancelled for
everyone-
no reason off some
Yeah.
fake shit.
Yeah, man, it's fucking terrible.
Terrible shit.
Um,
And speaking of cancelled,
yeah,
6ix9ine new music video.
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
it's like
Giné.
Gine with the
Right,
accent.
definitely.
Right? So like what we realized, so the song sounds exactly like everything else he's done. There's chicks, there's rainbow things, there's water and like mud and
Yeah,
stuff.
yelling.
Saying
Yeah, he's yelling.
Of course, he's yelling.
But it starts and ends with this cap about the energy drink. There's like an energy drink called Giné or whatever it is.
oh,
So it looks like that's,
big sponsorship.
or it's like
Push
his
it.
brand or something because it's all rainbowy and stuff. Because I'm like, who would want to sponsor this guy at this point? Like, I don't think any brand is going to get much value from it. People are going to see this and laugh at it, but you guys going to be like, oh, if I see that energy drink, I'm gonna cop that because this fuckwit. Like,
Screw.
I'm surprised that he's got people even like
working with
working with him.
him.
Yeah, it's a bit crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of
At this point, the fact that he's still alive to make music is quite an achievement.
yeah.
Fair enough.
Screwed.
Fair enough.
Okay,
Yeah,
so there was, like,
comments
probably
are hilarious.
fake things as well. The fact he hasn't posted music. I was talking about the King of New York and shit.
Yeah.
Hasn't posted music in a while and still drops about. Okay, these all
Ultimate
seem
troll,
fake.
man.
Yeah, it seems like fake.
Full of
These all
shit.
seem like paid like bots.
Yeah.
The man refuses to take an L. Like, all right, chill, bro.
Can't be stopped.
This guy ain't
Oh my
going
God,
away.
fuck
No,
off.
Yeah,
okay.
it seems like fake shit, man.
Unless he's like idiot kids, like actually.
It
like
might be idiot kids.
When I say idiot kids, I literally mean like 12-year-olds and shit, like
Yeah.
who think it's cool and funny. Because it's not. It's like a shtick, bro. Like, I don't know. You gotta, like switch it up. Like, because it didn't work the second time, right? Cool, it
Yeah.
worked the first time. Good for you. Then went to jail, came back. What did he say?
He finally remembered the password to his YouTube channel.
That's
That's fucking
hilarious.
funny. Sorry.
But like, no, that is hilarious. And then fucking coming back the second album, I don't remember any of the songs. I remember him doing the videos or something with the ankle bracelet on because he wasn't allowed to go
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah.
And then he had that did nothing, just completely flopped, disappeared, and then come back with the same thing again,
It's
and the
just
same shit, and talking shit about people like How many times? How many times is he gonna have to keep doing it?
He's gonna have to do something crazy, like beyond crazy, because what he does now is crazy, but it's just kind of tired.
But is it crazy?
Boring.
What's he doing? Telling people that he doesn't like them?
Yeah, you're right. It's kind of
Having
played out.
half-naked chicks?
He just needs to do something mad in order for people to be like, oh my god, he's actually doing something like different, or this guy's actually crazy. Because it's like, right now we know what he's on, and there's nothing he can do right now that's gonna make you think he's even more crazy than what he is anyway.
Word.
Yeah, like, it's just,
I think he should go back and forth with the people he snitched on. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, that's probably the only
one. I'll be interested. I'll be invested. I'll be like, okay.
That's it. I think that's the real, like, problem with, like, people who base their careers off one-upping themselves and also and trying to be, what's the word, like, not ridiculous, but trying, like YouTubers who always do, like, all right, I did this prank, now I gotta propose to her while we're jumping out of a plane, and then now I gotta get a rocket, like, you know what I mean? They just keep going, and they can't, like, that's going,
the last thing, it's like a crazy cycle.
Eventually it's gonna stop, like, it's not possible to continue that, so, like, doing that, I think, is just so short-sighted. Like, I get it gets you in the short term, but unless you can pivot into something real, which he never did, because there's never been substance, it's all a gimmick, it's all a joke, it's all trash.
Club and fighting music or
like
music.
But it was hot, 2017, 2018, or whatever the fuck it was. Who even remembers now? Like,
it's pretty shit.
It's probably 18, 19, to be honest. But yeah, like, I don't know. Here we are talking about it. So
yeah, so
pussy collecting that.
Do you want to hit the link and see what the new music was? Because I didn't. I don't know if I checked anything much this week. What do we got? So as far as projects, he's not even putting the names in. Shouts to hip hop by the numbers, but he's like, fuck that, not putting no names. Boss. Oh, okay, maybe it's just easier for him to not put it all. So there wasn't that many projects that were that interesting, even the singles.
Ransom in the game.
Interesting.
Oh, Coden's friend, I like him.
Someone commented, this has to be the worst week of the year, right? Definitely contender.
Yeah, and there's like the least I can see. This is great. So
Trade Capital, Exhibit, and Knots. I'd love to see what that's about.
Alright.
Okay.
Perico and Currency, those guys are cool.
Currency, yeah, true. Pete Rock and Cannabis, interesting.
Okay, Cannabis coming back.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, Dizzy Wright got a project, he's cool.
Nothing screaming out to me. Anyway.
No, Asher Roth, which is fine. But yeah, this is the weakest. This would be the perfect one to drop some.
Yeah. Interesting.
Motherfucker.
Okay, well.
So no one gives a shit about none. I went back and checked, I listened to Banks' album a couple times to soak that up. It's still killer. And we checked 5 Year Foreign's album in the car. Sick, but it sounded like 17 tracks of the same thing for the most part.
It was mad.
Like, he's great. He raps.
Yeah.
I love the way he approaches songs. It's just like, it's all they all sound like City of Gods with that crazy bass, sub bass, and the fucking trappy kind of approach. Like, really high quality stuff, but it's like, it's just too much of the same. And he had some interesting guests and stuff.
Yeah, like
people, Coil Ray, have you just said?
Yeah,
like, which is like, dude, like, you're like, why? I guess they're just doing it for the pop thing, like why Jack Harlow did the glamorous. Because I would never rap over anything like that. Like, are you fucking kidding me, bro?
Oh, mate. What if you got paid like fucking $10 million?
Oh yeah,
I can make it.
That's a
different thing.
I got a soul to sell.
Yeah, I mean, just a piece of it. I mean, just for the one song,
just a little bit
to get the bag secured, the big one.
Yeah, I get it. You're right. I feel like these are good. There's like, you gotta.
I was just being stupid with that.
No, you're not actually being. You're not being silly at all, because I think
10 million's a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The concept of what you're saying is not silly though, because like it happens, and I feel like there's a way to do it without being corny, and I feel like that I don't like corny shit.
It's like, what would 50 or Fonte do? They do like kind of corporate like that.
Fonte
rap for Sesame Street. How fucking gangster is that, bro?
It's gangster because it's Fonte,
and they common rapped it.
And common rapped it.
That's even cooler.
And Fonte's one of the goats.
Sesame Street money. Come on,
that's
Big Bird. Come on,
imagine
let's
that.
go.
It's coming rocking through there. Man's just.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so that's interesting.
Nice. We can speak about good music now.
Okay, yeah, please.
Natural good music. I listened to Only Built for Cuban Links. No, I'm halfway through. About halfway through?
We're almost finished it. I'll just keep playing it in the car. Yeah.
I've listened to all of Illadelph Half-Life, and I've listened to Do or Die.
Okay.
And my conclusions are, Do or Die's nowhere near my egg. It's alright. It's cool.
Because that was the thing from last week?
That was
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The AZ
if
Do or
it came
Die.
out before
Yeah, it would
Was
be.
that the-
It was like if it came out before, it would be today's Illmatic.
Right.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it's not.
Just
it's
knowing it.
It's far fetched. There's like 3 songs on that album that
I like
that
really
that-
sick.
that are really sick, and the beats even touch the caliber of Illmatic. Because like I listened to it the next morning.
Okay.
Okay,
so you went through it.
It's in my tabs on my computer right
Okay.
there. Anyway, so there's like the More Money, More Murder, More Homicide one. That
That's
with the
one I was
strings,
thinking of,
like all that, the
That's a
violin
cool one,
orchestral stuff.
Yeah.
There's three tracks on that I was, if we were doing the normal setup, I would have told you,
Cool.
but it's hard to get it. So that was fucking a good point. Like,
Well, you can actually pull it up and just put
there's no way it,
track list on it.
because the production on Illmatic's fucking insane, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Take
So
a look.
yeah, so More Money, More Murder, Do or Die, and I think We Can't Win. Like, there's a couple other songs, but like the production on those ones were way better than everything else on it.
That was a crack.
So yeah, the production on Illmatic is damn near untouchable, and those beats are timeless. Every single one slapped in a different way. This doesn't hit as hard.
It doesn't hit as hard
So
at all.
that's
But
Yeah.
I listened to Illadelph Half-Life.
Yeah.
It's fucking sick.
sick.
One of the greatest songs of all time.
I
Section.
don't know how people say the roots are boring. This is great.
Yeah.
This is great. I really liked Respond Reacts.
Yeah.
Love that tune. I love the Push Up Your Lighter.
Yeah.
Ooh,
love
good one.
that.
Like, what they do is a slapper.
Yeah, just
No
it's
Alibi.
So sick.
The Hypnotic is cool. Section is one of my favorite songs. of all time.
Section,
Track 3.
incredible.
It's got the like even just thinking about it, I'm getting chills. It's the greatest, one of the greatest. It's got the greatest snare.
Oh my
Love the
god,
snare.
cracks.
When a punch comes in the face.
Wow, that's
It's
exactly
just so
what it should do.
it's perfect, yeah. And rest in peace, Malik B on that one too. Get a cool verse, yeah. So
Banger.
it's a great fucking album, man. It makes me want to bump that.
Sick.
And what's the other one you put?
Only Good for Cuban.
Okay, of course, yeah. And we
so sick.
scrolled
And
on.
we were listening to Guillotine
Yes.
with Jizz and Inspector Deck and Ghostface Killer. So good.
Yeah, she's phenomenal.
Like,
We are
so
up
good.
to like here.
yeah. I
Wisdom
think
Body
it was
Spot
Wisdom.
right or
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
Which is a lot of the interludes. There's the only downside with this album like this is like it's cool the first time
Very
you hear
theatric.
yeah, exactly. They make them like movies, but it's really
Yeah.
difficult to hear if you got like an interlude or whatever, a skit at the start of a song. And you're like,
Yeah.
skip.
Yeah,
So
but
like-
that's what they all did though. It was like
Back
it was
then
like
it was
listening to a movie, isn't it?
Yeah,
very
It's just
cinematic.
sick. I liked it a lot. But yeah, no, this album's sick. I think the Guillotine track with Jizza.
Five
Actually, I think Jizza has like the coolest voice in rap of all time. Just so sick.
Mm.
Particular.
Yes.
I think it's probably the best. Okay, maybe a hot take. I think Cuban Links is the best Wu-Tang album
Ooh.
ever. Period. I don't know if there's a
Better
one.
than
Liquid
Liquid
Swords?
Swords.
I have to. I'm gonna, for the purpose of a hot take, I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna have to like really go side by side.
It's true.
But that would probably be. I think it's better than 36 Chambers for sure. Because of the impact of the classics. Like Ice Cream is one of the greatest songs ever. Even like just shit like Incarcerated Scarfaces, like all those type of verbal intercourse,
Yeah.
like all them type of joints. What's this? Is it the best of Wu-Tang?
This is
song?
the
Wu-Tang Essentials. Okay, I'll say showing which albums are all from. Yeah, see, look, the Ice Cream, Scarfaces, Criminology's dope too. Yeah, Can It Be Also Simple? Yeah, I forgot that's from there. Oh, that's the remix. That's the remix. Sorry. Glazing Device is cool. Yeah, Guillotine was the one we were talking about before. Like, doesn't. It's not saying the other ones aren't sick. I'm just saying it beats.
If
It
you
would
had to
probably
have
beat Supreme Clientele.
Oh,
That'd
that's a
be
big
Iron
one too.
Man.
That'd be like in the top 3 for me. Supreme Clientele. Love that shit.
That's probably one that you should do next. And then Liquid Swords. Okay, like the actual title track.
That's cool. That was
Cold World. Yeah, I like that. Shadowboxing with Meth, that's incredible. Yeah, honestly, looking at that, I'm confident to say Cuban Links is the greatest Wu-Tang album
Definitely,
of all time
yeah.
in a very
Yeah.
tough competition,
Mhm.
including all solo, all group,
Yeah.
all that shit.
Mhm.
There's a lot of fire.
Jeez,
Interesting.
You know,
that's a hot take.
let us know what you
That
guys
is
think.
that is
Drop a little
very
commie,
hot.
mate.
Yeah, tough
Oh
one.
yeah.
All right.
All right.
So then for next week,
yes.
I think you should check. What did
Supreme Clientele.
Supreme Clientele, Ghostface Killer's second album, or should you go for the first one?
Fuck. I guess go in the order.
So you could do the first album's called Iron Man, second Supreme Clientele, which is one with Mike. Yeah, those two. So those, maybe you should start with Iron Man.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
think
dope
this is
to get
good.
to hear Capadonna and shit. on some pretty cool songs.
Yeah, the what's the one? The
Mary
5.
J.
Which one? Oh, All That I Got Is You is
That's
classic.
one of my favorite
Smoke Is
songs of all
Clear.
time.
Motherless Child, Slap, Daytona 500. Winter Wars is great. Oh, yeah, man. It slaps. Soul Control is
Fucking
crazy.
jazzy rides.
This is a great album too. I think Supreme Clientele would probably top it, but it's fucking bang of Fish. Yeah, there's joints on that.
We eat fish. Oh my
Toss
God.
salads and make rap ballads. That's the sickest cunt. Yeah, man. So those two albums I think would be great. I mean, I guess you want to go back to back with those two.
Yeah.
I think that he's probably got two of the strongest solo albums though. I feel like Raekwon didn't come close to Cuban Links with any of these other projects. I think there's some great Immobilarity, Cuban Links 2. He had some other stuff that I don't even remember because I don't think it was memorable enough. Whereas like Ghost at least had those two that were slappers. What else were we looking at? I feel like if you're on this vibe, we keep on this type of thing. We either switch it up or you could give you another album from the Roots, maybe.
Ooh.
If I would choose that because Illadelph, I think, is the third album. There was like Organics, Do You Want More? And then Illadelph.
What's the album that Don't Say Nothing's on?
I think that's I know exactly what you're talking about. It's the one when I lived in Toronto 2004. Tipping Point.
Tipping Point. Fucking love that album too.
So here we go. Cool. So Things Fall Apart. I think was the one after Illadelph because this is
also Undone's really good too. There's a couple crazy fucking tracks.
Tunji gave us that on vinyl. Shouts to Tunji. Tunji's the CEO of Def Jam, by the way.
Dude.
And we were hanging out with him in like
lost my mind when I
08. Like,
heard that.
wow, he's a really good dude.
Yeah. First person ever smoked a swisher with. Oh, first person that he introduced us to Sal Diesel.
Yeah, and he had the blunt cutter thing.
The blunt cutter on the keyring, fam. Anyway, good times.
Yeah. So this album, Tipping Point, is great, named after the Malcolm Gladwell book, which I read recently. Very cool. This album is dope. I would almost say. Then there's the other one, which was Phrenology.
Tipping Point, bro. Sick. Yeah,
Yes.
Phrenology is good too.
Phrenology, which has Break You Off and everything. What? It's 02. Okay, it's the one before that. Yeah, Break You Off with Soul Child. This one's probably the most, and The Seed, obviously, which is probably their biggest song.
That's a huge single. Cody Chestnut.
Yeah. Which one should we do? Okay, so do Iron Man from Ghost.
Yeah.
Do Things Fall Apart from the Roots. I think you should get Things Fall Apart because that's got what's the joint with Eve and if you were worried. I got you. You got me.
You got me. Holy
Why am I
shit.
having a blank? I was like, that's one of the greatest songs of all time.
Yeah. Well, I'm just stoned, so.
Yeah, no, it's so good. I got no excuse, bro.
Yeah,
I got no excuse.
Fair enough.
Okay, so Things Fall Apart, Iron Man. You want 3 or you want 2?
I could do 3.
Oh.
I chose those ones. Let's take a third one in a different. I think those two.
I want R&B.
We talked about this last night. So we were listening to Black. You were playing. Dennis was playing like old classic shit. He played like No Diggity Feet, just the music videos.
Listen to Music Soldier. I just want to sing.
All right. I would have picked that, or I would have put Brown Sugar D'Angelo.
Oh,
hang on. Do you want neo soul or do you want R&B?
I can take either. I can take
both of those.
Go for what Nosh said. I think we'll do that, and then we'll move into that 3. Otherwise, we'll
all
get
one
too many.
word. I just want to sing, but it's spelled funny too.
AI. This is him, obviously. There's the
Soul Star is amazing too. That's a crazy album. But yeah, the very
special edition probably has a couple bonus joints.
Yeah, that's proper. You definitely
it's 2 discs.
Oh, it's just like remixes. Okay, whatever. So the first one. So there's some joints on that.
Classic.
What we got?
Friends.
Just Friends, obviously.
Classic.
Go Next Door, that's great. Merry-Go-Round, 143, Love, obviously. Killer. Yeah. I think you like this one. This is good. This is kind of like would you consider Music Soul Child neo soul there? I don't know.
Definitely.
You would? Yeah, you would? Okay.
Yeah.
I would. I think we'll start digging you through those and maybe we'll give you each week couple rap albums and some soul ones and then R&B. Maybe we'll switch it up. Because I would personally like to put you through the D'Angelo world. Badu, Jill Scott.
100%.
Yep. Who else is in that world? Like
Angie Stone.
Yes, thank you. Yep. Leela James, a
the
little
English
bit.
bird, Josh Stone.
Oh, Josh Stone's early stuff. Her new stuff now is not hitting.
Not that good.
No, I checked some of the stuff out. It's weird. She's just gone in a different direction.
Saw a live
Married
performance
with
this
kids,
year.
right?
It was all kinds of off. It was different. It was like an old.
It's
Something
like jazzy or some other type of thing that's not the style you'd expect from her.
It was definitely different.
Yeah, but
angles.
she's still killer.
Yeah.
She's still got a great voice. She's got to do the right thing.
Yeah.
It's just changed, and she's growing. She's probably mid-40 kids and all that shit.
Well, and sometimes as selfish fans, we want our artists to, do that thing that they did the best.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You can't really get
it's
past
just
it.
she's really good at it, so that's why I guess we miss it when she doesn't hit that. But it's different. It's just not blowing my face off. Like the old joints.
Agreed.
Makes sense.
Yeah, agreed. But she had like 4 or 5 album runs. It was just money. So
Mm.
this is good. This is a fun game. Keep going through
Bloody
these.
rip, right?
There we go.
Did that cover all of your good music stuff?
Yes.
All right, we're at
Just
45
have
minutes.
a bit of controversial opinions. There's a whole Twitter thread of 350 comments.
All right, this was good. We talked about one of them in the car. Do you want to talk about that one first?
Yeah. Someone said,
Kanye West is overrated.
oh, that was one of the, yeah. Someone said Kanye West is overrated. Well, loads of people said Kanye West is overrated.
So
And then the person who made this Reddit post actually replies to literally everyone.
Mm.
So let's go to...
that's good because it keeps it in the algorithm.
Yeah,
Smart.
Here we go. So someone said Kanye West is overrated, and he replies, literally just replies, college dropout, 9 out of 10. Late registration, 9 out of 10. Graduation, 9 out of 10. 808s and Heartbreak, 9 out of 10. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, 10 out of 10. Yeezus, 9 out of 10. Life of Pablo, 9 out of 10. Who else dropped 7 incredible solo albums consecutively?
And he's forgetting after Pablo was Jesus King, I
Jesus
believe.
King and then Donda.
And then Donda 2.
Yeah.
And I would agree with most of that. I don't know if I put Jesus as 9 out of 10. Maybe that's probably more of an 8.
Or a 7.5.
Okay, fair. Okay, let's just go through the albums real quick. Because obviously Kanye West is not fucking overrated. Like, he's one of the greatest, if not the greatest producer of all time. You cannot look at that discography and not be like, this guy can change everything. Like, you just can't. Doesn't matter how much you fucking hate him. Everyone wants to complain. Cool, he's, like you said, name one genius ain't crazy.
Yeah.
He's bonkers. But that's what makes him special. College Dropout,
There's
10 out of 10.
3 that I'll need to listen to again.
To double check,
For-
yeah.
for-
I would
yeah.
agree with that too. Some of
100%.
them.
But
What would you
College
guys say for
Dropout,
College Dropout?
10 out of
10?
10.
absolutely.
100%.
Late registration?
I need to listen to it.
I'd give it a 9 out of 10.
I'm going to say 8 without listening to it again.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm basing that on the number of skips. Because I know there's some songs that I really don't like. They really just did not need to be there.
Yeah, I guess I haven't listened to it for years, so
So none of us can remember.
Yeah.
I get you.
Graduation.
8 out of 10.
I'm going to say 8 as well.
Yeah.
Once again, without listening, that's the caveat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyways, and Heartbreak.
I'll say 9.
I'll need to listen again.
It's been a while since I've listened, but definitely has some joints in it. I'd probably say 8.
Okay.
Fantasy.
10 out of 10.
Yep.
10.
Yeezus.
I still want to listen to it again.
Flat 7.
Yeah, 7 to 8, to be honest.
Yeah.
I felt I had some skips.
Life of Pablo.
8 to 9?
8
8 and a half?
Maybe 9. Yeah. 9 is good.
I'd say 7.5.
Really?
Yeah.
8. Like I've only literally heard it once when we had to listen to it for the podcast ages ago. I haven't gone back to it.
Oh, you haven't done bumped that a lot. Tiff always plays shit from
Yeah,
us.
I think I've heard a couple songs out and about, maybe at the pub or whatever, but like or
Father
just wearing
Stretch My Hands. And
yeah,
all that,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
just singles,
You
but like
are-
I don't think I've run that enough to even so
give it a fair
Yeah.
go. All right, beauty. Jesus is King.
It's like a 9.5. Like,
Yeah.
so fucking good.
It's You're not being ridiculous at all.
Yeah,
I would say
it's-
9 to 9.5.
so
But
good.
when it came out, I probably would have said a 7, a light 7. Now it's like a strong 9, 9.5
okay.
on some Anthony Fantano ratings.
So
Like,
good.
do you have any thoughts on that, or you didn't check it since?
I haven't checked it since, but I'd probably say just a solid 8 to
From what
I know
you
it's
remember.
good, but I don't know. I couldn't name a song off it.
Yeah,
No,
like,
no
you know,
clue, yeah.
like the close on Sunday, like
Okay,
Close on
Church,
Sunday,
Church,
Follow
yeah.
God. It's just so
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's so fucking good.
No
Then Donda.
Donda.
I'll probably say 8
Yeah.
because it's just so long. It's like 27 songs or something
long.
ridiculous like that. It's
Yeah.
like 2.5 hours, like a movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll go with 7.5 for that.
Okay,
I'd go 8 as well for
I only
Donda
heard
2.
it once as well, so
that's fair.
I get you.
Donda 2, I'd probably say
Haven't
again,
heard it.
solid 8. Haven't
Yeah.
really
I
pumped
don't
that.
think so. No, only
Okay.
like the singles that we talked about.
It's great. It's great.
Yeah, either way,
Yeah.
though, there's
But-
the lightest he's got, even from all of us, without being refreshed and listening
Yeah.
to it now, is 7.
7.
And that's probably being more critical
Yeah.
because we were like, I don't want to like be too crazy. So that's that person is wrong.
Very wrong. Someone here said East Coast completely nukes the West Coast. It's not even close.
Lyrically, yes.
Lyrically, yeah, it's not up for discussion.
Someone said,
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like people who say West Coast is better are just new to hip hop.
Yeah, because remember back in the day, I used to say, and I don't want to speak for you, Nosh, but I used to always think that East Coast was boring when we first got into it. I'm talking like 92, 93.
Well, the beats were definitely just better.
That's why.
Yeah.
Because the West Coast beats were better, but like the lyrics, I remember hearing How High for the first time and thinking it was boring. Because it sounded to me just all you could hear is kind of drums. It's just like rapping over drums. But West Coast had like P-Funk and these bass lines and like keys
and synth and that classic wah that noise that they do.
West Coast noise.
Yeah, DJ Quick, everybody did that shit, you know.
So yeah, I think that's a really
way more funk.
And I think that's a good take. But I think if you look at it now, it's like everything's the same from everywhere. If you're going to be really honest, like you can listen to someone, you're not going to know their
location.
Like, it's not like it used to
Drake. Like, would you say he's a Canadian?
No,
like just specifically a Canadian rapper. No, he's still in the hip hop.
Does drill music.
Does everything.
Yeah, does everything. Exactly.
Sings. His one here. 50 is one of the best rappers ever.
No,
his influence is just crazy. Him and G Unit had their own era.
That's true. The fact that he had an era, but it doesn't make him one of the best rappers ever. I think
it's two separate questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's very influential. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I respect the fuck out of 50, but we were talking about this the other day. Like, I feel like with everything with music, you gotta beat it. If you're not there, it's really hard to get on the wave and understand it. Like,
this guy said Dre said he's the best. So did Eminem. No one will ever be like 50.
The game was on the fucking some video. I don't know. I saw a video on Instagram yesterday that the game was saying that he can out rap 50 and he wants to battle Eminem.
A versus battle. Yeah. So Game needs to chill the fuck out about Eminem. Yeah. But could he out rap 50 in rap? Is Game a better lyricist than 50 Cent? I think so.
Yeah, because you listen to the games where it's 300 bars, like all those kind of ones he's done, those 7-minute long fucking raps. Like, dude, he's pretty fucking...
50 never did that. 50 is like a hit maker.
That's right.
Whereas like
hit songs,
the Game is an MC.
Changed the game with the singing hooks and shit like that.
Yes.
Made it cool for gangster rappers to sing and make a little softer song. And
but 50 Cent does it better.
Of course, he was way smoother.
He does. 50 nailed it. 50
is a rapper.
He perfected the melodies and shit. Like, it was so
you could probably argue, would you guys say that 50 introduced melodic rap? Or maybe not introduced it, popularized it.
He just made it cool to make the hooks more melodic, so you can he's kind of rap singing, but he's not trying to actually like la 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 sing. He's just like it's very cool and like it's rap singing, like he's toning it really nicely. So that hadn't really been done before, and especially because he had the balance with the female artists he works with, and everything was just like hits with Olivia and shit like that.
Yeah,
I think he cracked the code with that because he figured out how to write for those artists, and then he did the same shit over and over again, just rinse repeat. He definitely had a formula, and he just had the hook game that was different than everybody else's. So yeah, the game saying he can out rap him, I definitely think that's valid because like if it was down to putting bar to bar, like if you said 50 doesn't have any of those sort of tracks that are 5 minutes long of him going off his tits. He may have had them back in his day when he's doing like How to Rob and his mixtapes. Yeah, exactly right. So I ain't seen that, but yeah, that's fair. I'd like to see 50 come back and like maybe rap his ass off on something good because the last song, he did a song with 6ix9ine, and that beat fucking slapped though. And I was kind of mad that beat was so good because Tekashi's a piece of shit, and
someone here said Future is better than Travis Scott in every department.
No.
I agree.
Yeah, no.
Not even close.
He is so much better.
You think so?
Yeah, he's sick.
Doesn't like Future? You could argue that Travis has more hits than Future.
Mainstream maybe. Yeah, more mainstream, big hits, but I just don't think any of his stuff would. No, I actually think he's better. I think Future's better. Like in every department, he's better. Yeah. Because they both do the melodic style rap shit, and I don't know. I just think Future's better.
Okay. I think you're wrong. How about that?
How about that?
No, well, obviously people are saying that. Yeah, I think it's more a matter of a personal taste. If you're saying someone's better, as opposed to like, they've achieved more or they've done more shit.
Just subjectively better.
Yeah, exactly.
Eminem is not as great as people say he is, and then someone else also put Eminem is the GOAT.
Yep.
Okay.
I agree with the first comment. He's not as great as people say he is.
Yeah.
I grew up thinking he was the greatest rapper of all time. I listened to everything from Eminem, and I don't know. It's just the longevity of it is just
Yeah.
His
You
projects
listen
were
back?
sick. They are so sick, but now he cannot produce a good song or make a good song to save his life. Like, he just cannot. He cannot make a good song to save his life. It's just, everything's whack.
Yeah.
So
It's all too much. He's just doing
He
the
raps
most.
way too much, way too fast,
Way
and it's
too
not
much.
doesn't have a groove. It's just like, okay, I'm listening to words, listening to words, listening to words.
Yeah.
When you listen to the music, it's supposed to be like, you know, grooving it into things. I mean, he does have a couple of those, but like, yeah, the new stuff, it's hard to get around. Hard to get around.
Yeah.
Which is
Get on board with.
terrible.
Yeah. Terrible.
It's just terrible. Drake is not the GOAT. Drake isn't even top 5. He's not even top 20. Interesting.
I don't think he's the GOAT.
No,
Is he top 5?
sort of the best artist, period. But like, as far as like, you know, shit, when you talk about rappers and stuff like that, he's like he's the whole package because he also doesn't get the, you know, MC award because he didn't write all of his own shit kind of thing. But
That's
so
part
many
of it.
people have been in that boat too. So,
Yeah.
but that's part of the reason why he wouldn't be GOAT for me.
Interesting.
Even though he's got absolute slappers on a fucking fucks with heavy, he'd be, you know, maybe in the top 10, but definitely in the top 20.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. He wouldn't be my top. He's not my top 5. Maybe
I definitely,
top 10?
yeah, now that I think about it, 100% would be in the top 20. And then
Yeah,
the
top
back
20,
10,
no question. Yeah, the
Yeah.
back 10, yeah, I don't know
top
if
20,
you...
yeah.
There's too many other people that
That
just are
influenced me more.
That's all.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he's not incredible.
No, he's definitely
in any
incredible.
way. It just means that, like, just for me, yeah, maybe like the younger cats, like, I guess he's more important to you than he is to us.
Yeah.
As far as that, because we're already too. By the time he came around, like, we fuck with him heavy. We've been into his shit from like
Literally the
well
start.
beyond, literally the beginning. So we were just fortunate that we caught him early.
Yeah.
And we saw the rise, and we're really happy. Whereas everyone else were already hating on him and stuff. Like, nah, man, this guy big. He's the truth. Like, y'all just didn't see the grind. Y'all didn't see the come up, like, type shit. So, yeah, that's an interesting one.
MF Doom is top 10 of all time, and no one can say otherwise.
No thanks.
Yeah, he's not for me, but I understand the passion that people have for him. When he passed people, like, I hadn't seen, like, an outpouring like that for a while.
Yeah, it's true.
I think if you fuck with MF Doom, you fuck with him.
Yeah, that's exactly how it goes. You're all in or not.
Yeah. I barely heard anything. Like, every time I hear him, I just want to kind of turn it off. No shade. Like, it's just not for me. Not because it's not good. It's just, I wasn't there, man. I think you just had to listen to when Mad Villain and, what's it called? Mad Villainy or whatever that,
Yeah.
the main one was. Like, it was probably like 20 years ago. And you just had to listen to it then at the time. And it was a very particular type of rap, that backpack.
Yeah.
Kind of like coming off the Raucous era.
Yeah. It's
Into
really
this
dark production and shit.
Yeah, it's just...
It's not for every occasion. Like, you can't put MF Doom on at a party unless you want the vibes to just be like low. I mean, there are some. He does do some phenomenal feature verses on other shit.
Yeah.
Like, he's definitely a great MC, but I can't listen to a whole album of him. Like, if I'm at the homie's house or whatever, and then some shit's on, or mate goes, "Yo, check this out," I'm definitely gonna fucking listen because he's not shit.
Yes.
But I just don't. He's not like a go-to artist for me, and I think it's mainly because he's so dark and shit. And I want some happy vibes. I just listen to funk and soul and shit for the sunshine and the vibes and the days. Like, he has a particular place for me, and it's not all the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Interesting. Someone said an interesting one. New great trap albums don't and will never have the same replayability as great albums from the late 80s to late 2000s. I mean, no, from 80s to late 2000s, yeah.
Facts.
100%.
But then the guy responded saying DS2 by Future and Good Kid, Mad City came out around the same time, but even though Good Kid, Mad City is the superior album, DS2 will still have a lot more replay value.
Why?
Do
you agree with that?
Yeah. It's easy to listen to. It's just like, it's more vibes. It's just chilled. It's not like I'm not listening to fucking, I don't know, I'm not psychoanalyzing the lyrics and shit. With Future's just like, you know, if I go on DS2 right now, here we go. There's some sick, like,
it's a cool cover.
It's,
Right?
yeah, the cool
Amazing.
cover as well. I thought it was a drought. Where You At with Drake, Stick Talk, Slave Master, Rich Sex. It's got great. It's just great. Fuck Up Some Commas. That's sick. And you got Good Kid. Let's see. Here we go. But although, yeah, this is probably the more superior album.
This is like listening to a movie.
Don't
This
Kill
is
My
very
Vibe,
similar.
Backseat Freestyle, Money Tree,
Song
Poetic
Pool.
Justice,
That's everything about it. It's
Swimming
ridiculous.
Pools,
It's barely a skip too.
Sing About Me is Crazy, Compton, The Recipe banger. Yeah, man. There's some joints. I haven't heard of this for a while.
Yeah, I heard this in a long time.
But the
Bit of replay value.
yeah, but I think it's one of the interesting things about that is I don't know if we talked about this before, but basically you back then you bought the CD, you walk into the store, you hadn't heard it because you'd heard about it. You'd look at it and you're like, yeah, sick. You check the tracks, and sometimes you'd roll the dice and you'd drop the money and buy it. Like in Australia, it wasn't like $12 like it is kind of in North America. It was like $30-$40, so it wasn't a small investment each time. So then sometimes you could listen to it, you could ask them to go get it and they'll play the shit, listen to a few songs on the headphones, like, yeah, I'm a cop. So then you'd listen to it and you'd be staring at it while you're listening to it and you put in your cut. You'd listen to the same album like 50 times or some shit. Versus now where everything is like ethereal. You just like whatever. It comes on, you hear it once, forget it, but then it even existed. It's just the nature of technology and the way people consume music, and also how difficult it was to make music. It was expensive and time consuming. You had to be more skilled back then. Now any cunt can fucking do it.
Yeah.
So like I think there's less skilled individuals making music and getting a lot further. Would Coil Ray be popular in 1994?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, well, they're cranking out more with
trash.
less effort, more trash, because they're not putting time into it. And there's become that thing that I think we talked about this before too, like with the Jay started and then Wayne, like, yeah, man, I write my shit down. I just, I'm off the dome, bro. And like even like Juice WRLD doesn't write shit. He just freestyles like the beat like 3 times or whatever. Then the engineer would just cut out the best parts.
That's fucking
So you're making
horrendous.
songs. Like that's a skill set, and I respect it. But I don't think that makes timeless music for the most part. I think that's a fair thing to say. That's not disrespectful, or I think it's just real. It's just the way music is.
The fact that the music is so disposable and everyone's got so much to listen to every week, there's fucking tons of shit coming out. It's oversaturation, and people are just like getting lazy with the creation because they need to fulfill like demand from the label or the fans or whatever. That sometimes it makes some trash. That's that the quality is lacking when it comes to that.
Yeah.
100%. Another one. J. Cole gets way too much hate for how good he is, and is easily top 20 rappers of all time.
That's fair.
I think that's fair. I don't even
Yeah.
have any further comment on that.
That's good.
Completely fair.
100%. So sick.
One of the best younger bracket sort of generation rappers that's been. He's
Yes.
timeless. He's fucking every cunt loves J. Cole. He doesn't really step a foot wrong, and after he got into his own situation with Dreamville, everything's been chilling. He let his hair grow like a mad cunt. So I'm
watching
really
him.
happy with how he's coming to his next stage. He's fucking mad cunt. So.
Agreed.
Lil Wayne is overrated, but then the guy goes, Lil Wayne was top 5 of all time.
Yeah.
Well, no, top 5 in his prime, but he's been on his down for years now.
Yeah, he has for
Okay.
sure, but he's come back up a bit lately. Some of the feature verses were just insane. He was on someone's album
Yeah, it was recently.
not long, like this year or end of last year, and whatever the feature verse was just ridiculous, and he had a wicked run. Wayne got so like, because we were into Wayne, like I got in from I think we talked about this as well. The fucking what's it called, 500 Degrees, which is 03, and then we got really heavy into him. I think 05 was the first Carter album. Maybe 07 was the second, but he had Drought 3 Mixtape and the Gangsta Grills and all that type of shit. And that Mixtape Wayne era from like 07 to like 09 type of shit was untouchable. Like insane. So the people who always hate on Wayne hadn't heard that stuff. And they think he's this weirdo.
Right.
And they hear like maybe the more, like what's it called? Lollipop and all that shit. And they think that's all he's about. I'm like, fam, no.
He's one of the hardest spitters, one of the most influential rappers that we know.
Easily. Oh yeah, like you can't say that. I just don't know. That's all.
Yeah.
Interesting. MF Doom is massively overrated and Drake sucks.
Oh,
that is.
Come to going hard on Reddit. There's really
that is
not.
interesting.
I wouldn't want to diss MF Doom. I feel like people are way too passionate about it. I don't think he sucks at all. No, hang on. I said he's overrated.
It's overrated.
I think he just means a lot to people who really fuck with him. That's all. And I think the people who really mean a lot are very vocal about it and passioned about it.
He's got a strong kind of cult following. It's dope.
Thank
It's
you.
good to see.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Strong cult following.
And it's
So-
usually the fans are proper people. Like it's I've
Yeah, they
never
know
met a
it. They're
shit
like-
MF Doom fan. Most of the guys that I've met that say I fucked with them heavy and good cunts. So
Yeah, and they like Dr. Madden, like Shasta Mighty, and like
Like,
Kate Tronado and all those dudes.
yeah,
like
yeah.
they fuck with.
yeah, production, dude. He's got a lot of Mad Lib and fucking like
Madlib, that sounds
insane production. So that's a huge part of it, and that's also why I've listened to it a lot because it's crazy beats. It gets me jacked up to make beats.
Yeah.
It's different. This fucking Madlib's out of control. He does stuff with J-Lib too.
Yep.
Jilla's brother, and that's a huge reason to listen to
J-Lib was the
J-Lib was
project that they did together.
My bad.
Who's Steele's brother again? He lived in Montreal for a while because he was dating a girl there. What's his fucking name?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I forgot the dude's name. He was everywhere. Like I think we opened. He was performing on the same bill as us back in the day. Anyway, matches out here. Any others that you want to run up?
Get Rich or Die Trying is the best album of all time.
Fuck
no, thanks.
No,
oh my god.
Relax.
Oh, here we go. 50 Cent is awful. I grew up on him in his prime, and even then he was a joke to most rap fans. His fan base was always upper middle class suburban kids.
That's honestly.
Did you write that?
I basically could.
That was you.
Basically,
you are.
I can't believe how much I agree with that.
Top butterscotch 8. That is you.
Yeah, that's my. Go follow me on Reddit.
Top butterscotch.
Top
butterscotch. Yeah, that's everyone I knew who loved 50 was whack as fuck. Like corny ass motherfuckers. You know what I'm talking. You know what I'm talking about. All the cunts who we knew who really fuck with 50 were like these jump on hip hop fans who knew nothing about rap. They heard fucking in the club on top 40 radio.
21
like,
questions.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, like 50 cents, bro.
50
fucking
cents.
is the truth,
In
man.
the house.
Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Go Dynafire, piece of shit. It's fucking annoying.
Here. 50 Foreign is
Red Battery, right?
Red Battery.
Yeah, we're about to wrap this up.
Alright, we can wrap it up with this.
Wait, it's 106.
Here we go. 50 Foreign is overrated. He literally has the same flows and the same type of beats. He's good, but could be better if he stepped out of his own comfort zone.
I don't know who that is, bro.
Okay. 50 is, the City of God song with New York City, but with Alicia Keys and Kanye.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's his song. So he came out through Pop Smoke. So he's like a drill rapper from New York, new cat, but actually got bars. Like he's great. I really like him.
He's sick.
And he just dropped the album we listened to on the way here, and they all basically sounded the same. So what they're saying, I agree with that. I think he's overrated for what he's done so far. He was just placed in a good position by someone who was beloved. So then it allowed him to probably get further sooner. But we haven't seen his potential yet.
Word.
Yeah.
I think he's got huge potential though.
That's true.
Will you give us one? Give us one final one. We'll wrap it up.
Gunna is a trash artist and brings nothing new to the table. Recycle flows, melody, lyrical content of Future and Young Thug, but with less than half the talent.
Yeah.
The only redeeming factor of his music is the production, engineering, and even then he plays no role in that.
Oh,
that's interesting.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. The fact that Gunna has a career is so shocking to me. He was
just working with Gary Vee. I guess he had a console with him.
No, Gary always talks. Gary reckons he picked him early, type of thing. I listened to the one on Flagrant.
I don't know that.
Yeah, you know Flagrant too.
It's just concerning because Gunna's not that good. I was like, oh no.
No, he's not good. Gary's creaming over him, but I don't think exactly Gary Vee's known for his musical
knowledge. Someone said, I agree, but this applies to the most famous rappers in this new generation.
You know what?
And I don't think Gunna's the worst of them.
No, he's not the worst.
I like Gunna. I like his music, even though he's like not extremely talented in terms of lyrical and shit. But it's just you can chill, listen to him, just do whatever. Like his music sounds good. That's all it is.
Mm.
But yeah, I don't think he's the worst out of the new generation. The new generation's dog shit. So
not completely. I'm like even as an older head, I'm like
95% of it is pretty shit.
Mm. There is a lot of it that's really shit. I'm trying to be more positive, but like there's a lot of it that's really garbage. But I don't think all of it is like It's just things have changed, and now like you're listening to classic stuff probably a lot more now. So you hear something new, you go and hear like one of these new guys after just listening to the roots, and you're like, "What the fuck is
Even
this?"
if I go on fucking the latest released hip hop team on Apple Music, let's have a look. New music. Should just go new music, see or is there anything hip hop here? No.
I know what you mean. Like sometimes they just bust them out.
Sometimes it's just like.
Or if you go through like the Spotify release radar, there's usually like.
Oh, here we go. New hip hop. Just wants to load.
I mean, some good
There's
stuff.
just nothing here which I give a shit about. I've never heard of these songs. I've never.
Oh, because it like doesn't even tell you the name of the artist.
It should do, but for some reason it's bugging. Maybe if I just do this.
Wax sauce. Jonathan Emile dropped a new song called Matthew 2016.
Oh,
Shout
interesting.
out to Johnny.
There you go.
I'm even just looking. There's all these like.
Oh yeah, I dropped some new beats on notionbeats.com and Notion Beats album. It's like 7 new fucking bangers for cunts to listen to / purchase. I made a bunch of beats and finally got them up. So
Get that dog up, yeah.
There
Let's wrap this up anyway because at 1:09,
Yes.
and that's when it's the camera's flashing.
Yeah, it's gonna go.
So first pod together in the same room,
Nice one,
episode
boys.
92. Nice one, fellas.
Boom.
Bang, get dogs up here.
Dogs.
We'll just go right to left, I guess. No,
Yeah.
where can everyone find you, man?
Mate, at Notion Baby on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. At Illinois Studios on Instagram and Facebook. NotionBeats.com. Holla at your motherfucking
Daniel.
See?
Nice. I Dan Johnson on Instagram and Twitter. And HFGXMING on Instagram. Oh, on TikTok as well, mate.
TikTok.
TikTok,
Oh yeah,
check
and
TikTok,
TikTok,
innit?
mate, same shit. Catch
What
me.
about you, sir?
Look us up. You can catch me, CEEFOR, Instagram and Twitter, CTMF on Facebook and TikTok. Mans is out here. Guys, thank you for watching and listening. If you C-Words enjoyed the episode, smash the thumbs up, hit subscribe below, hit the flip and notification bell, ding, so you know when the new drops. Follow us on social media everywhere at The Movement Fam. We have these pods go live every Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern. I think we should be good this week, I guess.
Should be good,
We'll
yeah.
figure it out probably tomorrow and
Yeah,
shit.
a lot of sweat.
Yeah, man, this has been great. Love
great.
y'all. Do we want to do the thumbnail with the real camera after the fact, right? We can take a real photo.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that, so we'd have to do it now. Love y'all. I'm going to play the song here for the...
Oh, it does.
Oh, do you know what? It's okay.
Yeah.
We're going to wrap it up. Oh,
Hey,
hey, look at that.
Hey.
I'm going to play out so we can wrap this up. We can hear it. Guys,
Beautiful.
get 4 dogs in ya.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Dog in ya. 4 dogs, cunt. 4 dogs in ya.
There you go.
How many dogs?
4 dogs, cunt.
How many?
Woof,
Wolf, cunt.
4 dogs.
4 dogs.
1, 2,
Daniel.
3, 4 dogs.
4 dogs.
4 dogs.
Get a dog. If you don't know what it means, look it up, cunt.
Get your cunt.